this is a passion of mine, and it has been for 40 years, is helping people.
Our parents instilled in us godly principles, and one of the most important principles they gave us was do unto others you would have them to do unto you. So Strengthening You is all about that. It's about highlighting those who give back.
I'm Ann Perry.
I'm Ricky Walter, and you're watching Strengthening
the You.
Hello, I'm Ricky Walter.
And I'm Ann Perry.
Thank you for joining us today for another edition of Strengthening to You. Today we are going to be dealing with a very serious subject of obesity, especially in regards to children. We have a great program lined up for you today.
Yes, Ricky, we do. We have with us one of our good friends, Daryl White, who is a personal trainer.
Yes.
We also have a unique kind of bakery that we're going to take a look at, and we have some physicians from the Texas Indo-American Physicians Society.
Well, now before we get started, let me just give a big shout out to the Lifeline Children and Family Services team in Fort Worth, Arlington area, Gunboro City, and Corsicana. Listen, they're doing a wonderful job. And if you're interested in becoming a foster parent, please call one of our local offices and speak to one of our team of professionals, and you can reach us at 866-880-1440. That's 866-880-1440, or you can visit us on our webpage at www.lifelinecfs.org. Listen, and I'm sure there's a lot of information being disseminated, negative information about foster parents and what they do, but I have a quorum of great families doing a wonderful job, especially in Fort Worth. The Greens, Kenneth and Linda Green, who cares for older teenage boys and girls, running a group home and doing a wonderful job. And then we have Etta McKinney in Dallas, who deals with older teenage boys. And then we have the Selfs and the Prinkas in Gunboro City, who's done a wonderful job with the younger children. And so if you're interested, call us. We'll be glad to spend some time with you and talk more about it. But you know, before we can really roll into this program right now, but I just want to just tell you, stop for a moment and tell somebody to tune into the program today, because we have something great for you. Great information that's going to be given and shared with you today. And when we come back, though, we're going to be continuing this discussion about childhood obesity. So stay tuned from a word from our sponsors. Hi, my name is Ricky Walter, and I am the Executive Director for Lifeline Children and Family Services, a nonprofit organization where our motto is casting a lifeline to children in need. Imagine with me for a moment if you were a 5-year-old child and without warning, you were removed from the only family you know, leaving behind your favorite toy, your neighborhood buddy, your teacher, your special blanket, your grandparents, your cousins, and placed in a foreign environment with different sounds and smells and people and routines, and required to adjust. 500,000 children who are in the foster care system in the United States experience that same scenario every day. Lifeline Children and Family Services provide an array of services in the social service arena. We provide adoption services, foster care services, and kinship family services. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks in advance for your support. Overweight is defined as having body weight for a particular height from fat, muscle, bone, water, or a combination of those factors.
So parents, there's one thing that you can do right off the bat. Encourage your children to get moving.
Yes.
We have with us today a good friend of ours, Daryl White, who took a few moments out of his busy day as a personal trainer to show us a few exercise routines that we can start implementing right in your home.
Wow.
Hello, my name is Daryl White, Senior Certified Personal Trainer. Here with my man, Jonathan Lyles. What's up, man? Glad you can make it. And we're here to get you off the couch this morning. We're gonna show y'all some basic plyometrics and cardio for the beginner. And our first segment is stretches. Okay, stretch number one is called the trunk twister. You're gonna stick both hands out and swing left and right. You're gonna do this about 10 times You're stretching your torso. Make sure your shoulders are nice and straight. Good 180-degree angle. 3 more. 2 and 3. All right. And that is the trunk twister. Okay, this next stretch is called picking cherries. And how you do that, you spread your feet out by shoulder length, and you're gonna proceed by going 3 times to the back and coming straight up. 1, 2, 3. And for a better stretch, you reach as far back as you can. There you go. You're gonna do this about 10 times also. I do about 2 more. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is picking cherries. A good warm-up. Okay, guys, we're now getting ready for our first exercise of the day. It's called jumping jacks. Everybody's familiar with jumping jacks? Real simple. I advise you to do this about 1 minute at a time. If this is too simple for you, I advise you to go to our next phase. Go, Jonathan. This is for you, all you advanced. Do this for a couple minutes a day when you wake up in the morning, and I guarantee you it gets you going. Good job, Jonathan. Okay, exercise number 2 is called the mountain climbers. In this exercise here, you want to make sure your knees touch your elbows to do it with correct form, and it's working on everything. It's getting your heart rate up, you're working on your abs, working on your shoulders. This is a good full body exercise. Do this about a minute in the morning time, and this will also get you going. Great job, Jonathan. Okay, and for our last exercise is the push-up. Okay, notice how straight the body's going down all at one plane. All at the same time. You want to do this about 10 times. Okay, and if this is too advanced, we have a modified version. On your knees, hands out. There you go. Okay. Good job, Jonathan. All right, and if you do these 3 exercises, I guarantee it'll get you started. Okay, we just showed you guys 2 stretches, 1 upper, 1 lower, 3 exercises. I guarantee if you put this in your daily routine, you'll be strengthening you. And this is how we fight obesity. My name is Daryl, this is Jonathan, and thank you for inviting us into your home this morning.
Wow. Well, that is a great start, Ann.
Yes, it is. But you know, it's not just exercise that
Yeah.
will get you there. 50% of that equation is what you put into your body.
Absolutely.
So when we come back, we'll show you how a local business owner is making a difference in their own way with the one thing kids just can't live without: sweets.
Don't leave me out of that
We'll
one.
be right back.
Don't let high media production costs keep you from getting on television. Access Media can put you into 2.6 million homes across Texas for under $2,000 on all the major networks. There's no contracts, no obligation, and you keep your commercial. Wait, what? Get an HD commercial that's custom to you, targeted for your consumer, plus 20 airings on various major networks like the one you're watching now. Don't wait. Call Access Media now and start reaching your audience.
Sweets, sweets, sweets.
Yes.
That's a few things you just cannot live without. I can't, you know. So at least we can pay attention to what the ingredients of those sweets we're eating, and let's look at some of that.
Different from other bakeries because we are an all-natural bakery. We make everything from scratch daily. We use all-natural ingredients to benefit those who are interested in a whole food diet. We use organic as much as we can. We use local ingredients. We pull all kinds of different resources from the area here in Fort Worth. Buying local is very important to us because you're not only using less resources in the ingredients and in the production of our baked goods, but we are supporting the local economy by, purchasing things from farmers and things like that. But also, we're building community. We can work with the people around us and develop those relationships. We are a family bakery. My mom is here in the background. She makes all of our caramel sauce. She does our eclairs from scratch, pastry cream, things like that. Rebecca is here working with us. She's getting 2 master's degrees right now, but we just picked her up off the street and brought her in. My husband does all the behind-the-scenes work with the artwork and design and things like that. My sister helps with the kids when I'm here at the bakery sometimes, so we keep it all in the family. We make our own vegan recipes by substituting the recipes that I have here in our bakery, but we substitute in vegan butter. It's a shortening blend with all natural ingredients as well. And we also have an egg substitute that we mix with water and kind of create an egg-like substance to mix in with our cake batters and things like that. In my family and in my husband's family, and everybody I know is touched by cancer these days, so I find that it's best to just use ingredients and things that are all natural so that you're not affected by things that could contaminate your body. Certain people definitely have an intolerance to gluten, and for those people we are very, very happy to bake gluten-free items. However, I also think that people love to diet and they like to kind of experiment with different ways of eating, and right now the trend is to go gluten-free. I would say probably 10% of our orders are gluten-free. I believe that it is not crucial to cut out sweets from your diet because everybody needs an indulgence. I think it's fun to have a treat every now and then, and we're here to make your celebrations really fun. The most popular item on the menu is our salted caramel cake. And we make our own caramel here in store, and we use that in our buttercream icing on a brown sugar cake. It's delicious. I wanted to open our bakery because hold on just one second. Why did I want to open the bakery? I wanted to open our bakery originally because we have 3 children at home. So in each of our kids' schools, we have to purchase baked goods from stores and from other places to take them in to celebrate with or what have you. But I'm such a big baker that I wanted to be the one to take my kids' goods. That was the original intent of the bakery, which sounds crazy, but I just love it so much, and I love to bake at home, and I wanted to do that same thing here in a commercial kitchen for other families like ours. So when we initially got the idea to start our bakery, we started traveling around the country, which is what we do as a family every summer. At every place that we could stop to eat, we would also stop into local bakeries. Every time we stopped, I thought, we can do this. It's really great. Hold on. I'm trying not to cry. So fast forward several years, here we are. We moved into this community, which is an up-and-coming area in Fort Worth. You know, it's still very transitional, but there are businesses building all around us, which is really exciting to watch. What we love most about our bakery is that we are so involved in the local events and things that are going on. You can find us on our website or on Facebook. We're very active with posting pictures, sharing events about the community or things that are happening in our bakery or outside the bakery. So you can look us up on Facebook and follow everything that we're doing there. Nailed it.
Isn't that wonderful?
Absolutely, yes it is.
You know, on a more serious note, as of November 2013, new guidelines released by the American Heart Association, the American College of Cardiology, the Obesity Society have stated that doctors have to now officially consider obesity as a disease and then to treat these patients for weight loss. When we come back, we'll meet with TIPS, the nonprofit organization that is busy fighting obesity in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Can I join them?
Don't let high media production costs keep you from getting on television. Access Media can put you into 2.6 million homes across Texas for under $2,000 on all the major networks. There's no contracts, no obligation, and you keep your commercial. Wait, what? Get an HD commercial that's custom to you, targeted for your consumer, plus 20 airings on various major networks like the one you're watching now. Don't wait. Call Access Media now and start reaching your audience.
I'm Dr. Amit Kutigoli. I'm a practicing cardiologist in the community, and this program of raising awareness for childhood obesity is very close to my heart because one of the risk factors for heart disease is obesity. And although I deal with mainly adult patients, we see that obesity or overweight, the overweight state begins usually in childhood. So the question comes is, how do we combat or how do we prevent childhood obesity? In the last few years, there's a very nice initiative that has been started, and this is called the 5210 initiative to combat or prevent childhood obesity. Now, what does 5210 stand for? The 5 stands for diet. Every child should eat at least 5 colored fruits or vegetables a day. A good website to visit is choosemyplate.gov. This has a very nice illustration of how we need to tailor our diet. So if you choose a moderate sized plate, a round plate, and divide it into 4 quadrants, 1/4 of your plate should be fruits, 1/4 vegetables, 1/4 should be your proteins, and 1/4 should be your grains or carbohydrates. That's the 5 of the 5210. Coming to the 2, 2 refers to screen time. Now, nowadays you see all adults and children on their iPads and iTouches and all kinds of gadgets. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that a child spends no more than 2 hours of recreational screen time in a day. And children younger than 2 years, they recommend them not to have any TV or screen time at all. And recreational screen time includes all forms of screen time, including TV, iPad, iTouches, iPhones, and any kind of screen exposure. Now, the 1 in the 5210 refers to exercise or physical activity. Children have to have at least 60 minutes of moderate intensity activity in a day. And this can be simple things like playing tag, running, dancing, and also structured activities like swimming and playing football and stuff like that. Now, it's also important that adults get into physical activity as well, because children usually tend to imitate adults, and it's a good idea for adults to get some physical activity as well. Coming to the last number of the 5210 initiative, 0 refers to 0 sugary drinks. If a child is given a choice between drinking a can of soda versus drinking water, they would go for a can of soda. But a can of soda contains about 39 grams of sugar, added sugar, and that's about 8 to 10 teaspoons of sugar. Now, can you imagine drinking a cup of coffee with 8 to 10 teaspoons of sugars? I mean, nobody ever does that, So why would a child or even an adult drink a can of soda? And if you look at the sugar contents of any of these drinks, even orange juice, which you buy from the shelf, that has added sugar. So instead of drinking a glass of orange juice, you're better off eating an orange and then adding a glass of water to it. So the 5210 program is a great initiative to make a simple lifestyle change to combat or prevent childhood obesity. And the steps we take today will impact the quality of life our children will have going forward. And TIPS as an organization has taken up this initiative all over the country. Most specifically in this area, we have conducted school programs. We've had about 4 programs wherein we go and educate children and their parents about the 5210 program. And give out T-shirts and bookmarks as reminders of the program. The reception for this information and the programs has been excellent. The parents ask a lot of questions and they're very interested in learning more. We have also tied up with the North Texas Food Bank, and we are doing some very exciting things. And Anna Asawa, our co-chair of the program, will tell you more about this program and some other exciting things that we have in the pipeline regarding this program.
Wow, simple but effective. With summer coming, what a perfect time to start these lifestyle changes with our children.
Now, we've learned about the program. After we come back, we're going to learn a little more about the people who are involved with implementing this program across the state. Stay tuned. The Texas Indo-American Physician Society, known as TIPS, is a statewide medical society that is involved with numerous community nonprofit efforts such as free clinics and educational seminars, just to name a few. Well, let's find a little bit more about who these wonderful people are behind the scenes.
Hello, my name is Anup Shetty. I'm a nephrologist, as a kidney doctor practicing in South Dallas. This year I'm the president of Texas Indo-American Physician Society. We represent the interest of around 100,000 physicians. The members of this organization serve almost every sixth patient in the United States. Today I have Dr. Amit Gutigoli, who is the chair of Childhood Obesity Awareness Campaign, and Anna Asawa, who is the co-chair of Childhood Obesity Awareness Campaign that we started last year. What brought me into TIPS is the free clinic and health fair. But having got involved in TIPS for several years, it sort of made me feel obligated to take some leadership role. So it gives me an opportunity to again empower people to serve and give back to the community, and give back to the community not only by directly taking care of them, but also in empowering people, empowering children to build a healthy community.
You know, I've been a member of TIPS for the last 8 years now, and the reason I like TIPS and being part of TIPS is it gives me an opportunity to give back to the community. You know, when we first came to this country, and at least when I came to this country and I started my practice, the community in Dallas was very welcoming and allowed me to serve them as a physician. But this is my opportunity to give back to a larger segment of the population or the community by reaching out to the kids and their parents. All this time I dealt only with the patients, but now I feel I can use my expertise to reach a larger audience. So Anna, we are physicians, and we have a reason to be a part of TIPS and be part of the programs. But you being a non-physician, what attracted you to TIPS and its activities?
Actually, the whole sentiment of giving back to society really run true with me. It was very heartening to see physicians trying to prevent illness, right? I mean,
Right.
in a way, it's kind of an oxymoron.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, so it really felt good that here's a large group of physicians, hardworking with no free time at all, still giving up their time to come out into the community and distributing a message of preventing illness. To me, that was kind of a no-brainer. I wanted to align and volunteer my time with a team of people who are so passionate about giving back to the community.
Before we wrap up, I really want to thank Lifeline for allowing us to come on TV, and we hope that this helped the viewers to adopt some changes in their healthy lives.
Obesity was recently classified as a disease, and as a risk factor for several illnesses. And usually when people talk about diseases, it's usually a lost cause. But then when it comes to obesity, it is preventable. So the take-home message would be, obesity is the cause of several problems, both short-term and long-term. And the way to prevent it or combat it is with the 5210 initiative, which is a lifestyle change that every one of us can make.
That's a very good point, Amit. Thank you. And for the viewers, we would love to work with you and promote this very noble cause of childhood obesity awareness campaign. Thank you.
Don't let high media production costs keep you from getting on television. Access Media can put you into 2.6 million homes across Texas for under $2,000 on all the major networks. There's no contracts, no obligation, and you keep your commercial. Wait, what? Get an HD commercial that's custom to you, targeted for your consumer, plus 20 airings on various major networks like the one you're watching now. Don't wait. Call Access Media now and start reaching your audience.
Well, Ricky, we've come to the end of another program.
I know. But listen, please join us again next week. But before we do that, before we leave, I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsors who's been so supportive of what we're doing. Access Media, who's doing a wonderful job. If you have some production needs, I want you to call the number on the screen. Get in touch with them. They have a special going on this month, and you need to call them and listen. Just mention the name, Strengthening You, and they will be working the deal out with you. And we'd like to surely mention Lifeline Children and Family Services, the licensed foster care and adoption agency right here in the state of Texas, with offices in Corsicana, Arlington, Gunboro City, San Antonio, and Houston. Listen, we are looking for very, very good families who are wanting to step up and help with children who are, abused and neglected, and you can do that. Listen, until we see you again on next week,
Be the best you can be today.